Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where we turn broken into perfect. A woman walks through a shallow stream in a dense bamboo forest. An abandoned old car, half submerged in water and covered in twigs and other natural debris, and begins the arduous task of cleaning up the wreckage. She pulls out twigs, leaves, and large pieces of debris, opening the car's frame herself. After clearing the initial mess, she takes out a red smartphone to make a call, presumably asking for help. After the call, she begins washing the car, splashing handfuls of stream water over the rusted, muddy body of the car. Opening the car door, she finds the inside of the car covered in dirt and scum. Undaunted, she begins to scoop it all out. Soon, a man arrives on a tractor to help. Together, they tied a tow rope to the front of the car. The woman sat behind the wheel, while the powerful tractor slowly but surely pulled the dilapidated car out of the stream and onto the muddy road. The tractor pulled the car through the challenging muddy terrain, weaving along a narrow path surrounded by lush vegetation. In a spacious garage filled with car parts, a determined woman begins the painstaking work of restoring a salvaged car door. Crouching on the floor, she uses a trowel to scrape off the old, peeling paint, exposing the metal underneath. After a quick scrape, she runs an angle grinder over the door, smoothing out the rough patches and removing any remaining paint and stubborn rust. The painstaking work continues as she sands the surface by hand, ensuring it is completely smooth and ready for the next step. She then moves on to other salvaged parts, meticulously disassembling and cleaning them. The process repeats: scraping, grinding, and sanding. She uses a variety of tools, including a chisel and a large knife, to scrape off the old paint and rust, demonstrating both skill and patience. Throughout the grueling process, she remains focused, even wearing a mask to protect herself from the dust from the grinding process. Each part is treated with the same level of care, gradually restoring the old and damaged parts to their original beauty. Finally, she arranges the restored parts in the garage, preparing for the next phase of this ambitious car restoration project. After washing the doors, she started by laying down a large black sound-absorbing mat, carefully fitting it to the floor. Next, she meticulously laid a new layer of light brown vinyl flooring over the mat, smoothing it out and tucking it neatly into every corner. Then she turned her attention to the center console. She carefully placed it between the front seats and began to reinstall the shift mechanism using a screwdriver to tighten the bolts and secure it in place. She reinstalled the shift knob, making sure it was properly seated. Next, she reinstalled the glove compartment, screwing it into the console. Next, she used a power drill to secure the black plastic door sills, screwing them in place. With the floor and sills in place, she moved on to the seats. She carefully placed the rear seat cushion and backrest in place. Using the power drill, she tightened the bolts that held the seat to the frame. Next, she installed the front passenger seat using a wrench to tighten the bolts and make sure the seat was secure. Finally, she reinstalled the driver's seat, completing the reassembly of the car's interior and giving it a fresh, clean look. The interior was now fully reassembled, a major milestone in her restoration project. She starts by applying a coat of white primer to the body using a spray gun to ensure even coverage. Once the car is prepped and covered, she moves on to finishing the paint. Crouching on the ground, she opens a can of dark blue paint and carefully mixes it with thinner in a plastic bottle, stirring before pouring the vibrant mixture into the spray gun. Wearing a protective mask, she begins the painting process. Barefoot on the hood, she skillfully applies the blue paint, her steady hands moving back and scientifically applying each panel with a striking blue. The transformation is dramatic as the new paint breathes life into the car. Once the paint is done, she begins the satisfying task of peeling back the paper coverings from the windows and lights, revealing clean lines and a professional two-tone finish. The white bodywork now stood out against the dark blue of the hood, roof, and trunk. When the job was done, she climbed into the driver's seat and took her newly painted car for a test drive along a winding country road at dusk, the new paint glistening in the fading light. Thanks for taking the time to watch the entire restoration. See you on the next project.